All right, it looks like we're live. I'm going to play the intro. And all right, take it away, guys.
Good evening.
Hey, everybody. Happy Butt Wild Live Saturday.
I'm going to let Dwayne take the lead since I am just the co-host.
Right. I don't have any notifications. Are we live?
Yeah, I got both
on
of them.
YouTube?
I got Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah, mine haven't come through either.
Okay. Well, I had to do it myself, I guess. Good evening, everyone. Like Pietro said, welcome to Butt Wild Live Saturday. This is episode 25. There you go. Episode 25, season 2. Yeah, don't seem like it. But hope everybody's having had a good week. Almost time to get back to the grind on Monday. So you got about a day and a half. So
Just barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
But started off just a little moment of silence for the passing of Earl Simmons, aka DMX. So sad, man. Real sad. One of my favorite entertainers in the rap industry, man. Just
Definitely.
real sad.
He definitely changed the game for hip hop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I wasn't expecting him to go out like that. You know, it's just crazy, man. I mean, people leaving up out of here.
They are. Have you seen the clip of he did an interview, and I think it might have been with Noriega, which I need to go back and watch it. And I think
let people be themselves.
Yes, he said that, but then also he said something. I think they asked him, "What would you say if today was your last day?" or something like that, and he said something along the lines of, "I've lived a really good life."
Right.
So that was kind of powerful to hear him say that. Thinking about like if he was to pass and what he would say if it was his final day.
Yeah, that was on Nori's podcast.
Drink Champs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Champs. Yeah.
Yes, I thought that's where it was when he said that. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing this evening?
Hey D'Angelo.
Yeah.
What's up?
You on CP time?
Nah, you know what, man? Hey, what PS tell y'all? Not to break up this wonderful.
She said that you was in the bathroom and you had diarrhea.
I didn't. I just said that you were running late.
Okay. That's what that means. That's code for he's in the bathroom.
Nah.
So
I took it as that too, but I didn't say it out loud.
So hold on. All right. So this is the thing, right? This not a shot towards you, Rasmus. You know it's not. This is more a shot for the bald head niggas talking. So the thing is, right? When you have luxurious air like I do, it takes a minute to get that thing washed, and you know what I'm saying? All that kind of good stuff. That's all. My mane was dirty, so I had to wash my mane.
Over here.
Dwayne, you don't know nothing about the mane, brother.
That's right, because I keep it short and simple.
No, it's because you was a female lion. You a lioness. You don't go no
Whatever.
goddamn man.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yes, sad to hear about Brother DMX. You know why I took it as though? I took him. If you are from the era of like Tupac and who was another? If you heard Mac Miller, some of these other guys who was entertainers who.
That's not that era though.
Yeah, I know. I had to switch up. I'm trying. I can't think of everybody off the top of my head, but Jimi Hendrix, people who talk about their mortality early on in their lyrics, and y'all was talking about dying and things of nature. I truly feel like they kind of have some type of essence of knowing that they probably would go early, and I think that burden weighs on them to a certain degree, and I think that they do their best to do the best they can for the world. But I think that when you do that and you bring a lot of other people drama and whatever onto your shoulders, that creates a lot of mental imbalances. You know what I mean? And often we don't talk about that. I know I just saw recently a football player just killed I believe it was his kids.
No,
it was an ex-football player. Who he killed?
It was his neighbor. It was a former doctor. So I guess he had maybe seen this guy before, like as a physician, but the doctor happened to be like neighbors of his parents. Yeah. So he killed the doctor, his wife, the doctor's wife, two of their grandchildren, and a man was at the house doing some work. I think either he was injured or he died too. But I know one additional person survived, but they're like in serious condition in the hospital. And then
he took his own life.
He killed himself. Mm-hmm.
So, granted, football is probably more related to CTE, things of nature. But I still think the mental, you know what I'm saying, is not. I know it's a topic nowadays. People talk more about it, which is great, mental health. I think that people like the DMXs, people like the Matt Millers, people like the Kurt Cobains. You know what I'm saying? Like people like these artistic, great individuals, and they're dealing with so much mentally that what I mean. Even Robin Williams, when he killed himself, everybody said, "Oh, we never knew anything was wrong with him," because he always had a bubbly personality. But you hide that mental pain through laughter and what I'm saying, and jokes and shit like that sometimes.
But I think people who talk about their mental health struggles in the way that DMX did, I think it makes them more relatable because the reality is a lot of people us have mental health struggles, or even just burdened past and just our own demons and shit that we're dealing with, and so you can relate to it. Yeah,
you self-medicate a lot.
True.
Some people self-medicate to the point where they don't want to feel nothing.
And that's kind of like why I wanted to kind of the first topic, DMX and mental health, and because it's still such a stigma in the Black community, like mental health, mental illness, just talking about your feelings, how you're feeling, being able to admit that things are not right. Like there should be no shame in that, and like seeking therapy, like seeing a therapist should be part of your yearly checkup. Like you go to a doctor for like a yearly physical, should be a way where you can implement yearly mental health checkups where it becomes natural, because your brain it still needs to be taken care of like any other part of your body. Like you go to the doctor, like women, we go for our JJs. Yeah. So we go yearly for that. So it's like,
why not go for mental checkup?
Guys, like, you all go you're supposed to go for your checkups and stuff like that. So I know y'all probably don't go, but it should be so normal that it's not even a second thought. It shouldn't even be hesitation.
I know, especially in the Black community. In the Black community, when people are dealing with mental health issues, you deem them as crazy. You say, derogatory terms, make people feel like they can't even talk to you about how they're feeling. And just in the spirit of it, I will share, and you guys and ladies are more than welcome to share your mental health status as of today. I know me personally, I have an appointment I think it's Wednesday. I believe Wednesday. With my primary care physician, to possibly get prescribed. What probably get prescribed?
You're going for anxiety.
Anxiety.
I think
Because
there's a touch of depression in there too.
Yeah, and probably a lot of depression too. But anxiety, because I know I've been dealing with anxiety for a long period of time. I think it's been even more heightened recently. My cousin, my childlike cousin, went through a major
that statement.
Had a major trauma. She was shot. Through the grace of God, she survived it, but she's, you know what I'm saying, she has a long road ahead of her. When I initially got that phone call, it's when my mother called me. It was around about 8 something. I think it was like a Sunday morning actually. And since then, my mother typically will call me when she was calling me a lot, early in the morning, because I'm already heading out to work. But when she calls me now, every time I see her name pop on the phone, just like I feel. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just some, just kind of, So when me and her were talking about it, because like you said,
hey Brandy.
I don't necessarily, I don't mind talking about my mental status at times. Now I go back and forth with talking to a psychiatrist or whatever. I had one, it didn't work, but that's not to say that I need not do it. I just need to find somebody different. She wasn't licensed.
She was more like a
she was more like a coach. Yeah, something like that. But so just dealing with that, and then things at work. You know what I mean? Like the job will stress you the fuck out. But yeah. Hey Brandy. But yeah.
Good evening, Brandy.
And I don't I didn't miss you either here. How you doing? But yeah, like I said, so for me, I'm hoping to get my mental health in a better state. What about you, P?
Oh, I mean, I'm all the way thrown off. I've needed to go talk to somebody for a long time. I tried therapy once. I went for, I don't know what I did, maybe like 4 sessions or whatever. But me and her just weren't really vibing like that. And I've heard that, with therapists, it might take a few tries to kind of find a person that you gel with. But yeah, I know I have a lot of childhood trauma that I need to deal with. I have my own personal issues and stuff. Like I said, I should probably be getting somebody's check right now. But yeah, so to me,
did you say you should be getting someone's check?
Yeah.
She basically saying she should be getting a disability check.
Yeah. I mean, I heard her correctly. That's mostly a joke. But yeah, I think for me, I have always been aware of my mental health struggles. I just haven't been very proactive about doing anything about it.
Would anyone y'all like to share about your mental health? If not,
sure.
There's no pressure.
I'm not ashamed or anything like that with sharing my mental health struggles. I mean, I don't necessarily go out and broadcast it, but whenever the topic comes up, I don't mind sharing, and it is something I'm really passionate about. I suffered from depression. I really noticed it back in 2014. It was almost like a switch was flipped in my mind, like in my brain. That's the way I think of it. Like everything was perfect. Of course, you got your daily life struggles, but just like mentally, I was doing, I would say great. But then something happened in 2014 where like the light just went out, literally. And so I've been on medication since 2014. And it's a lot of trial and error. Like you have to try different doses, different medications. Like I'm on a combination of maybe 2 or 3 right now, just to try to figure it out. And my primary care physician told me, like, since I'm on like my 3rd medication, if these 2 don't work, then I would need to take the next step to go see a psychiatrist, because a psychiatrist can actually prescribe you the medication, whereas me seeing a counselor, the counselors can't prescribe medication. So I see a counselor / therapist. I had a session with her this week, Wednesday. And so it just kind of happened organically that, so far she's been working out for me. I like her because she gives me homework to do. Like, it's not just us talking. Like, I actually have to implement different things in my life to notice a difference. And I definitely notice a difference. I have different coping mechanisms, things to deal with. And like he said, a lot of childhood trauma. I think a lot of us have, and I don't know if it's mainly for black people in the Black culture, but some of us have like that little kid in us who was not protected and cared for. So a lot of, I think, our trauma can be, traced back to, our childhood and just different things we experienced as children. And that child in us is still kind of, I don't want to say acting out, but still needs a lot of help to process things. So I encourage it. I suggest it. If you have health insurance through your job, a lot of them offer the things like the employment assistance program or something like that, where they'll pay for a certain number of visits where you don't have to come out of your pocket. Sometimes it's normally like up to 6. It just depends on the company you work for. But yeah, I strongly encourage it. It's almost like dating. I think like dating your therapist or your counselor, because the first one might not stick. So you have to kind of be willing to explore other options and other counselors or therapists to find the right one that's a good fit for you.
Most definitely.
And that's what Zara said in the comments. Sometimes you have to switch until you find the right one. Yeah, just like your primary care or your dentist. Yeah. Like you don't.
And that's
always,
yeah. That primary care, like you said, that's a true testament of that. Just like them jeans, keep trying on different pair of jeans until you find the right one that fit right. Like Dwayne do with them hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to try on different hats because they all say the same thing. So it's just different colors. So just have different colors for like different outfits. So
I know, white for white, black for black. I got you.
Well, it doesn't have to be white and black. I mean, be gray. I have a bunch of different color hats, but that has nothing to do with my mental health.
No, I was just using this.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought it was like a mood ring, depending on your hat color, how you feeling.
Right.
Right. And sorry, were you going to speak on yours, or are you going to sit this part out?
Well, as far as mental health, I don't have any issues. I'm perfect.
Oh, okay.
I'm in complete harmony with the universe. That's right, because I'm feeling godly.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
No, I think everybody has at least a small degree of maybe mental issues. So I can't sit there and lie and say that I don't. But as far as I can tell, me personally, I don't. I'm not really going through anything major. Nothing that I can't deal with on my own. That I need to go seek a professional help. Yeah,
just hit that crack pipe. I feel you.
Yeah, so
hey, man.
It's a good way to lose weight.
I mean, you're trying to escape.
It was the weight.
Get the hell out of here.
Burner. That's right. That fat burner, man.
I personally think that's great for you, Dwayne, especially because you served in the armed forces, and oftentimes you hear about so many people who come out of that in a much worse position mentally and or physically than they were when they went in there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it personally, and I know it's excuse me. I know it's probably gotten like a lot worse with especially with that we've been in a lot of conflicts in the past 15 years or so, Afghanistan and Syria and Iraq, and
I ain't nothing about Syria.
And just a bunch of we're in a bunch of places, but I know it's got like a lot worse. I mean, I can remember standing suicide watch. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't suicide.
I was one of the people
that was standing suicide, and I mean, this guy he tried to kill himself. Like he tried to cut his wrist open. We stopped him, but I think he cut his wrist wrong. But we could have shown him the right way if he was trying to really kill himself.
Yeah.
Think about man, you're cutting it wrong. You're supposed to cut it like this.
Hey, brother,
help you out.
In the wrong direction. You gotta go.
Yeah,
first.
you know what I'm saying. We brothers, man. I'm trying to help you out here.
But think about that. Think about that. How that? What kind of PTSD that do to you to see somebody do that to themselves, and you on watch to kind of prevent that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a long time ago. It was like, gosh,
back in the
it was like 20 years ago. But
right, 20.
Yeah.
Okay. 19, 20.
Yeah, because I've been out of the service for 15 years.
30. Okay.
So
I can swear you and Ozzy brother was kinfolk.
Right. But yeah, as far as me personally, I don't have anything serious going on. So that's a blessing.
Amen.
But knock on wood,
Yeah.
The way life is going now, so
never know.
Yeah.
What tomorrow might bring.
Right.
What you about to say, P?
I would say just as a resource to anybody that watches the replay or anything, Brandy, who was joining us from Facebook, I don't want to mess her title up, but she is essentially one step under an MD, I do believe. And so she had some suggestions. If you feel like you have any issues and you want to talk to your doctor, because do that first. We're not talking about street pharmacists here. She said Lexapro and Prozac were some good options. And then she said Xanax, 5 milligrams
daily.
PO daily. I don't know what. So these are things that you can talk to your doctor about. Of course, that is the first place to start. And, go from there. So I just wanted to share that resource because she is in the medical profession. So
thank you for that, Brandy. That's what's up. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie though, I've always been wary of medicating.
Yeah, me too. That's what I think I self-medicate with marijuana back in my younger days. And since it's not something that's available now, you go to other things and other bad habits. And so you realize, hey man, these other bad habits are bring other issues. So now, since you can't do the marijuana like you want to do the fucking marijuana, now you gotta go to the to the pharmaceutical side. I'm not a pharmaceutical guy. I don't like taking pharmaceuticals because I don't want to get addicted to anything.
So 2 comments on that. One, I agree with you guys about the medication, which is part of the reason why I also am not currently seeking treatment for ADD, because I definitely believe that I have it, but I don't want to be medicated. And so I'm just, going to keep on trucking along. But anyway, but on the flip side of that, as far as what you said about medicating, I watched an interview that, what was her name? Shantae.
Oh, real Shantae.
Yeah,
Roxanne.
Shantae. I don't know. Yeah. But she did an interview talking about DMX, and that was one of the lines that she said, or it wasn't an interview. She just, made a video.
Like a live or something.
Yeah. But she said that was one of the reasons that she never used drugs is because she's scared of basically finding peace within the high and never being able to stop.
That's what a lot of people
that being her only solace or her only way to find some peace within her personal turmoil. And that's the thing that has kept her from drugs, because if she finds that peace, she doesn't know that she would ever be able to stop.
That's real shit, though.
That's a good reason, actually.
If I could ask this question, so the 3 of you all on the podcast, you all said that you are like hesitant in seeking pharmaceutical, like medication that can be prescribed. So I'm just curious, like, where does that hesitation come from? If you don't mind sharing or talking about it.
So, Dwayne, you want to go first?
I can. Just from observing other people and hearing the story, hearing other people's stories, like it's different stories. Like if you take medication, you'll be okay, but if you stop it, then it's like you're a totally different person. And I know a friend of mine, he was taking medication for PTSD and stuff, and then he stopped taking it, and I don't think he was the same. And also, I know my baby mother, her well, it's her ex now, but I know he was taking medication, for like his mental health, for like PTSD and stuff, and he was okay while he was on it, but like if he stopped it, he was like an animal. You know what I'm saying? And I want. So it's like the medication helps and it hurts at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to continue taking it, or you just be like a totally different person. And I just think I don't want to dismiss Western medicine or anything, because I think you need a combination of natural healing and Western. You need a good combination. Steve, just a great example. I think Steve Jobs is actually a great example of that. Just a side note, he was, because he died of cancer, and he had cancer, and he was like, now he's a billionaire, and so he was trying to, do everything naturally, naturally heal and all this other stuff. And I guess it maybe worked for a little while, but he needed Western medication. He needed some chemotherapy and all that other stuff, and he didn't do it. And then it just advanced to the point where when he's like, oh snap, I need some real medicine, and it was nothing they could do for him, and he passed. But like I said, I don't want to dismiss Western medication. I don't want to dismiss natural healing, but I would always suggest like seeing how to heal naturally first before just taking just medicating with these these materials that aren't natural, you know what I'm saying, that are manufactured. So
my whole thing is just growing up and seeing individuals, family members and things of nature, not only have issues abusing the pharmaceuticals, but also the under the table or the just drugs in general, right? And think to yourself that you don't want to become dependent on anything. Like I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day, and I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day, and I know people say it's real addictive. I know for me, I just stopped cold turkey and I was just fine. So you know what I'm saying. So I make myself very conscious of what I'm doing, and make sure that it's something that I can break away from anytime I want to. Just like smoking weed, I ain't want to stop smoking weed, but they start drug testing, acting crazy. So I'm like, fuck it, stop it. But I want to trip. I went in the corner shaking and cold. You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a process that I had to go through to stop smoking cannabis, where I feel like if, like Dwayne said, if you start taking certain things, those things, because in my
those things will become a part of you.
Yes, and in my mind, a lot of those drugs, they aren't designed to cure your illnesses that you have. They're more or less designed to mask it. So that, like you said, so when you stop taking it, it's unleashed. You know what I'm saying? And but it never was cured to begin with. I'm more into trying to cure it, so I don't have to take these, supplements or whatever to just mask something that's still going to be there. Like taking, like taking cold medicine. You know what I'm saying? Every year you probably get the cold. At worst the flu, right? You gotta go through the whole process taking, Theraflu and blah blah blah. None of that stuff get rid of the cold. The virus is still in you. It just masks it for that time, so you're not feeling it, and it kind of lays dormant until it just pop up and do what it's gonna do again. So that's for me anyway.
I think for me, I just don't necessarily want to take something that is going to alter me, I guess. And alter is not the word I'm looking for, but I can't find a better one. But I'll explain further. Like I more so want the tools to be able to self-regulate, if that makes sense. And I know that medication is a tool as well, but I just feel like, given my personal issues, I feel like I just need the tools to be able to handle my own personal toxicity, if that makes sense. And I'll try to explain a little better. So when it comes to weight loss, D'Angelo and I have had many conversations about weight loss surgery, and I've always been on the side of, I don't want to go that route because history has proven I can do it myself. I just don't stick to it. So the issue is more so me fixing my ability to commit to the process and to keep it going than me needing to go to, that particular extreme. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but I just don't necessarily want to go to the extreme of medication when I feel like if I do the work, I can
get the results looking for.
Correct. Long story long.
Hey, by the way,
that makes sense. And I totally appreciate you guys sharing, how you feel about medication. And at first I don't think I was so much a medication, and I'm not a medication proponent, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, like I'm gung-ho about medication. I think you have to do what's right for you.
And medication advocate.
Just for you, but I think for me, I think I had gotten to a point where I was like, if I don't get something to help me balance my brain, it was either me leaving this world or medication. It was one or the other, Yeah. And then I think the important part, I think, that might get overlooked is that in addition to the medication, like P said, you need the tools to help you regulate yourself, help you be able to cope and understand your triggers. So I think it's like a two-part process. At least that's how I feel. Like medication, if that's something, a route you want to go, but in addition to the medication, I think you do have to talk to a professional to help you get those tools. And the thing about medication too, especially the medication that you might take for mental health, anxiety, things like that, you can't stop those medications cold turkey. Like you can't I'm taking a medication one day and I've been taking it for weeks, maybe even months, and I'm just going to stop the next day. You got to wean yourself off of it, to get it out of your system, because, it's almost like an alcoholic or a, drug addict. When they stop, they get those symptoms, like the sweats, nauseous, vomiting,
in the corner shaking and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So it's sort of similar with medication like that you take. You got to wean yourself off. So I don't know, Dwayne, if the individual who you say he would stop his medication, he would be a beast. I don't know if that was what was happening with him. Sounds like maybe, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but maybe he was dealing with some sort of bipolar type, other than, outside of just like your typical depression or anxiety. Maybe something more was there. But yeah, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. Whatever works.
To your point too, Raz, I think it also depends on the severity of your issues, because I feel like for me personally, with the issues that I have, my mental health issues, I am more a danger to the relationships in my life than I am to myself and causing any type of physical harm, if that makes sense. I feel like if I was dealing with something that was more severe, then I would be more open to the route of medication, because obviously I need more help than what I'm capable. My ability to self-regulate ain't gonna be good enough, to do what I needed to do, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's all about better quality of life too. So it's just your better quality of life. Like you gotta, again, do what works for you.
Hey, and just the FYI, stop letting these jobs kill us too, man. Cause they take us out.
Yes, they will. And I don't know why we feel so indebted to our workplace.
You know what it is? It's because you get to a certain point and you're comfortable at that point. And so if this is how you got to that point of comfortability, it's just my opinion on it, that you fear losing what you probably work hard to get and obtain, the material shit. And you will, so it's at a certain point, it's not even about the job anymore. It's more or less about you. And about what you're trying to maintain, what you're trying to continue to, have. And jobs know that. That's why they bring in, pay you a little bit, say, hey, you get a little taste of this, see how I feel. You go buy your mother loving car. Now you stuck in the car. And how many times you gonna sit here and say, man, I wish I quit, but I got the goddamn car note. Motherfucker. Or you buy your place or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff like that that keeps you hooked onto it. I think that too. I say this all the time. I think it's true. From the school system to college to adulthood, it's all set up to just make you an employee. If you go to like Piastri's working at a private school, she has worked at 2 of them. And these private schools, they're teaching kids to be entrepreneurs and to be bosses of their businesses. They're not teaching them to be employees. They teach them completely different than what they taught us or teach our young kids now in school. And I think that's a huge issue in itself. Like even the fact that you gotta, before you go to school, you gotta be up early at school by a certain time. Somebody's telling you, hey, line up, get here by a certain time. If you're not, you're gonna get late, you're gonna get rolled up. This is a correlation with work. This all it works together.
I'm an educator, and I've been guilty of telling kids like school is preparing you for the real world, but what is the real world? Working somewhere, whether, and I guess too, granted, whether you work for someone else or yourself, but the longer I was in education, my mind kind of shifted towards, like you're saying, D'Angelo, having that entrepreneur type of, mindset. Like college isn't for everyone. Like you don't have to go to college.
No.
It's almost like a false sense of security in the sense that like you need college to be successful. No, you don't.
And what's so frustrating to me, and not to cut you off, is that in college they would give you a line of credit to hang yourself to go to school. But if you say, hey, I'm a bypass college, I want to start this sneaker store. Can I get a line of credit to start this business? Nah, chief. They won't give you a goddamn apartment. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey,
I never thought about it like that.
You going to college though? Hey, we'll get $20K
That's
real
your
quick.
First loan. Those are your
That's
first
your
loan.
first big debt on your head. You don't realize it. You give them
I never thought about that.
Yeah. But like I said, they'll give you 20,000, 30,000 quick. Go to your school. Right. Oh yeah, we got you. There you go. Have fun. You say, hey, I only need 20. Can I get 15? I just want to start a little business up. They're like, no, you're a liability. We can't do that with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually it's set up the way it's set up on purpose. And like you said, everybody not meant to be entrepreneur. Everybody don't want to be entrepreneur, which is fine. Right. So those ones who choose to be in the workforce, you have a choice. But I think in our public school system is set up rather is that they don't show you every avenue of options. They just say, this is how it is. Like you said, we're preparing you for the real world. Go out there. In my opinion, the real world is taxes, debt, you know what I'm saying? Business plans, things of that nature. It's not telling me that Christopher Columbus sailed the blue seas and came over. Like, that's a lie. I don't even want to hear that story. Right, take away that story and give me some financial education, and I'll take that all day long. So that's just me.
You're right. You're making sense. You got a point.
And just to piggyback off that, just to keep you in that vicious cycle, all these mediocre jobs that you need degrees for.
Yes. Yes.
That you like. It's like, really? So I really need a degree to go stock some shelves? It's like, come on.
Come on, bro. I need a degree to be a warehouse supervisor.
Right. Come on, man.
You want me to have a motherfucking master's degree to manage
so
to manage these niggas in this warehouse?
Yeah, so you got that. They keeping you in that vicious cycle of, like you're saying, in debt and everything. just it's
bro.
it's
Like
crazy.
I said, Piatra, you fill in the blanks for me. When Piatra was at one of her private schools, that she worked at, these kids were splitting atoms on YouTube. Made a whole YouTube video about it. What grade, P?
I don't know about splitting it. They were extracting DNA.
Extracting DNA. What grade we talking about?
That was for our after schoolers, I think in third grade.
Third, Raz. If you had that type of thought process in third grade, you're not thinking about Christopher fucking Columbus. You get what I'm saying?
Who cares?
I'm thank
extracting
you.
DNA, baby. Who cares
Come
about
on,
that?
man. I'm not
Like, listen, I'm about to create something big by the time I'm
Come
12.
on.
I'm in the third grade.
Hey, man.
Extracting
And they
DNA.
tell you when you young, that's your most creative time. That's when you learn the most, you absorb the most. That's why I tell you it's good for you to learn another language when you're young because you learn it better. You know, you learn it quicker because you absorb so much more information when you're young.
Right.
But instead, our public schools just tell you be here by this time.
And they're
Open this
gonna
book.
test you to death. You're gonna be
Yes.
and
Come
you
on,
know,
man.
and it's I'm so torn because this is my career in education and I see the flaws, but I still love it for the kids. But
Yes.
on the other hand, to know like it's almost a real disservice we're doing to kids. And I always say, if you got kids, don't rely on public education to teach them everything.
No,
You got to do that at home because whatever they learn in that school is not going to serve them well when they get out of school.
Let me get you back to that other end. Where you said the parents need to be more active in the kids' education, right? The back end that is these same parents send their kids to public schools aren't well off as much, so they're probably working 2 jobs. Now, and I'm not saying every case. Yes, it is. It's I'm at work, so you get home, feed yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, you did your homework day? Yeah, I did it. I'm too tired to even think about what you're talking about. Okay, cool. I'm out of here. You know, you get what I'm saying? I gotta get up early in the morning and just keep going. Oh, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
if you ever sat and thought about it, you like it. For me, I know I couldn't how can I? This world is so effed up. Like if you really sat and thought about just a little bit we just talked about, sat and thought about how messed up the world is. You got these kids at a private school because their parents can afford it to be learning these different things, but you got public school for families who, you know, obviously they can't afford private education for whatever reason. But again, it's like a vicious cycle. So the parents are constantly working. They don't have time to help the kids. And then what do the kids do when they get adults? They just keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. And but that's the way our world is set up. That's the world we live in. And it's depressing. Like it's depressing as hell. And that's why I'm not having kids. That's the main reason why I refuse that. I'm being honest with you all. I refuse to bring a child into this fucked up world we live in. Not gonna do it.
And then you add the extra caveat on top of that. The kids that are gifted at sports, the private schools come and pluck them, taking away. Oh, you can run a 4.4? Come bring your ass over here, little brother. And say, tell your parents, we're going to give them a great education. What you don't know is when they get to that private school, they're not focused on education. They tell them, you good. You just focus on this playing this basketball, football, crack, or whatever case may be, because we need these cats keep paying to keep this stuff going on. Then you get sent out to the college. You're around a bunch of more white people. Now now the odds of you marrying somebody your same race have dropped, just fell off the damn cliff, and now you over here with Sarah Palin, living in Alaska because you went to private school, you was in high school, and when you met this little motherfucker, you get what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, the psychological mind warfare is
a mind fuck.
It's a real thing, man. I think about it often. I always think, like I said, I was fortunate enough when I was in high school, right before I left Banneker, my social studies teacher was a Purple Heart, something. The way you might know the proper term, I'm not too sure, but he was
Purple
a
Heart recipient.
There you go. So he, but he was educated as well. And when I tell you that brother was cool, he came in there. He said, "Hey, I'm not teaching y'all shit in this book. It's a bunch of bullshit." He said, "I'm gonna teach y'all what I know." Because he was brother. You get what I'm saying? He I'm gonna teach y'all the real. Man, we sit in his class, listen to slow jam music, him looking on his computer, looking at chits while he telling us stories about history. You know what I'm saying? Like giving us some real deal stories. And when we had tests, it wasn't like a real test. It was just more like a open book conversation type. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no pressure on it. He was, he'll tell you, hey, look, I'm here to brighten your minds. I'm not here to diminish it. I want you to think, for yourself. And yeah, that I love it. Like I said, he and like you said, Raz, he wanted to be there to help the public school kids, especially in the black inner city school that I went to. Hey, you ain't gotta keep learning the same bullshit about this white man did this and that white person did that. Learn about your people.
And that's how school should be. School should be like what you just described. That's how it shouldn't be. Like you said, get in line, be on time. It's just like it's I don't know. And I want to say thank you, Karen, for your comment. Thank you. But yeah, I can't. I don't feel right to.
I feel you.
To subject another human being to this crazy world we live in. Like, can't do it.
I didn't know that Jewish kids don't go to public schools. Did y'all know that?
I didn't know that.
They go to all Jewish. All right, so if you ever notice, every race and it's every like almost damn near every religion has their own synagogue, communities, in the cities, right? So with the Jewish community where they have a school for the Jewish kids. Those kids attend that Jewish school because they teach them religion and learning. Also, probably because they're not teaching them to be employees. You better believe that. You get what I'm saying? Like us, we just in that pipeline. Just shoot them through. Shoot them through. We need some White House workers. Shoot their ass on through. It's fucked up, but
crazy world.
All right. I'm gonna come off this because it's very depressing.
That was a good topic, guys.
It was.
But on to a lighter note of a bunch of fuckery and whatnot. So D'Angelo and Raz ran across this post on social. I'm gonna share the screen and show it to you guys.
Yeah, it's not Kool-Aid. This is fake ass. What's his name called?
Baby, I don't know.
The powder shit.
Okay. Oh, it's from Aldi. It don't have a name. It's just the one from Aldi.
No, I said fake ass.
All right. So this was the post on social media. A real man will pay your rent without having his name on the lease or even a key. So, first, how do you guys feel about that statement?
I want to go first.
Yes, I want to, please.
And I think I might just ramble. I don't know if I can articulate this. This weekend, I've come across so many different posts about relationships and the roles of the man versus the woman and things like that. Me personally, what? And I'm probably gonna get some backlash from some women, which is totally fine. But
it's okay. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Where did it come from? Where did it come from that we are, as women, we are expecting men to take care of us? Why? What is that? Where did that come from? I don't get it. He's not a real man unless he's paying your bills and what? So, bitch, what are you? Are you a real woman? What the fuck?
Hey, man. I ain't saying that.
I'm so conflicted about it because on the one hand, I am kind of a traditional type of woman when it comes to roles and intimate relationships and things like that. But on the other hand, it's why do men got all this pressure on their back? Bitch, don't you got a job, you work, you want to be a woman? If that's what you want, that's totally fine. But I don't know, this whole trying to normalize these expectations that women have or should have for men. I don't agree with it. I don't. That's what I think what I wanted to say.
Can I go next?
Oh, sure.
So I kind of agree with Raz. First, the whole concept of a real man and a real woman just blows me in general. But second, I think it comes from a very outdated notion of how things used to be, and this whole the man provided and the woman was a homemaker. But the reality is, most people at our age, definitely the ones younger than us, maybe those slightly older than us, they didn't even see that. You can't say that you saw your grandparents where the grandfather worked and the grandmother stayed home. Like, if I think about my grandparents, both of them worked. Your grandparents, did both of them work until they were older in age?
My grandfather, by the time I realized what was going on, he retired. My mom did work. She worked for this Jewish.
Gotcha. Baby, so long-winded. But yes, so both of them worked. That's what I'm saying. So most of us did not even see this narrative that a lot of us push about the man being the provider and the woman staying at home. But even more so on this post, when you say about a man paying rent and his name ain't on the lease and he don't have kids, so you ain't even talking about your husband. You just talking about somebody you fucking around with. I'll be damned. So I don't agree with that.
And you know how things come from though? I think it's come from shows like Little House on the Prairie. When you watch those old cowboy pictures and you watch them old time shows, you be like, look at Paul. He taking care of mom. And so you like, real bachelors need Paul to take care of me. So it's like, I don't know. In the songs, the lyrics. I mean, I don't listen to City Girls. I know that's Rad's favorite second group. Probably. Shit. But I know, like, you know, just listen to those songs and thinking that it's real life. It'll fuck you up every time. Because I don't know, forget a real man. First of all, so if I'm not paying for your house, for your car, for all that for you to live in, and I not have a name nowhere, so I have no ownership, but I pay for every fucking thing. So you tell me, I'm by your definition, I'm not a real man.
Right, you're a man because you ain't supporting her.
My question is, my question is, if that's the case, what defines you as a real woman? Like, what do you bring to the table that say, oh, okay, since I'm doing all this stuff with no legal paperwork saying anything belongs to me when I pay for everything? Okay, so what the hell are you doing that's going to define you as a real woman? Like, you know, so I don't, because we're not even saying the same households. Are you gonna leave your house every morning, come to my house, clean up when I ain't done making this, making this money? Yeah, you gonna come wake me up and you gonna little hand, you get what I'm saying. You gonna
cleaning?
Yeah. You gonna drop it when I say drop it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear no fussing. I don't want to hear no cussing. You can't say shit to me about nothing. So if you come in there, you see some drawers on the floor, pick them up. Ask me I need them dry clean. Exactly. You know what? Just so I don't get it. So I think that notion at times is very outdated. What you think, Dwayne?
My thing is, I can't afford to pay my rent and your rent too. So, I must not be a real man at all. Hey, I'm just a simple warehouse worker. I'm part of the pipeline that we were talking about. So I mean, that blows my mind. It's like, dang, I'm barely can pay my own rent.
You want me to pay for your shit?
Yeah, I can't pay your rent and my rent.
Nice place.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the street. You gonna be living. I'm gonna be on the street. Can I come stay with you?
Guess I'm living in my car in your driveway.
Goddamn. Yeah, so I mean, like, everything should be complimentary. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that extreme. You know what I'm saying? It should be I can compliment you with anything that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, if you need this, if you need that, I can do it. But I can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just for you to define me as a man or not.
Right. And I am not one that conforms to gender roles at all, in case y'all ain't noticed that. But I just think if you're going to fall back on these very traditional ideas of what a man is and what a woman is, then as a woman, you have to do those same things. So I think you'll find that these same women feel like, oh no, I don't have to cook and clean and all that, but whatever that idea is based off of, it doesn't make sense. Because again, if your principle is, well, this is how it was, or whatever the case, or that these are traditional roles, then if he's going to be the traditional man, then you be the traditional woman. Like, don't have a double standard with that.
But even with that tradition, like you keep saying traditional roles. In these traditional roles, everyone is in the same household.
Yeah.
Because the way that post, it seems like it's worded. It's like I stay here in my house.
You stay there.
And you stay wherever you stay,
yes.
and I have to pay. I have to do my own thing, and I have to pay all your stuff. So there's nothing traditional about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like tradition, everybody's in that household.
Well,
the man might be providing and paying rent and doing all this other stuff, but he's in that household for the most part. You know what I'm saying? That woman, if she's no, I was just gonna say, like the woman, if we still talking about tradition, she's cooking and cleaning and taking all the care of this, all this homely stuff, but they're in that same household. That same household. So this is something about like it's two separate houses. This is two separate situations, and you're taking care of all the situations.
Yeah.
So.
And truth be told, there's so many people, traditionally speaking, you want to like your role in that tradition, because you walk into a room when men talking, you ain't supposed to say nothing. You supposed to, when I say, "Hey, woman, bring us some lemonade," you supposed yes, sir.
Right.
you get what I'm saying? Like, ain't no back talking, ain't no fussing, ain't no this and that. Hell, all the pictures I used to see, backhand slap came with a lot of mouth talk. So you might not like this traditional role that you're trying to claim that you want this for yourself.
Yeah.
Because when it happens, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga crazy." No, I'm traditional. My backhand is very strong. So
And like I said again, we're all going off of kind of folk tales that we have heard about this, because most of us, 99% of the people nowadays, you did not see this. You didn't see it with your parents. You didn't see it with your grandparents. So you're basing this whole idea off of shit that you've heard that you've never even seen in practice.
Facts. So you've never seen this work successfully.
Right. And part of me is wondering, like, are these like Instagram models? Like they make their living by being on social media, which is like, different tax bracket than I am. Like we not the same people. Like, I don't know, maybe the dudes you mess with, they can afford to do that. But to put that out there, like, it's supposed to be normal. No, it's not normal.
But that goes back to D'Angelo's point about this whole city girl thing. And I argue with Deshaun about this all the time, because he's like, "Oh, all these girls out here now are city girls and they want this and they want that or whatever." And I'm like, that's just the type of girls that you're talking to. But maybe it is something that has trickled down to just, that the average woman. That sounds bad, but y'all know what I mean. But it's trickled down to the average woman to have these expectations of men, and the reality is he work where you work.
Like, nigga, we
bring it home to check. You bring it home.
We both met in the hallway. Going to lunch.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Like I said, I don't get it. I would. It's like this story I heard about. This young lady was saying she went out to eat. Went to lunch with her friend. Guess her friend called her and said, "Hey, we going out to eat lunch. Do you want to come?" She said, "Oh yeah, cool. I'll meet y'all up there." Came to lunch. Now the girl had her boyfriend with her. So when the check came,
I talked about this already.
Well, I'm just bringing up as an example. When the check came and he didn't pay for her, for the friend, she's like, "Oh, she won't blast me. Oh, you a broke boy, and you broke." I'm like, "Nigga, he ain't with you. His obligation right there." She drunk a sip of his Coke. He paid for. He got paid for. He know his bills. Like, but and I heard a lot of people saying, kind of, I guess in the same vein of that post, saying stuff like, "Oh well, if you're a real man, you see, and her friend there, you'll just automatically pay for a friend." No, the fuck I won't. You got me, especially not me. You got me fucked up.
Right. So if he hadn't shown, because like you saying, the guy just showed up to the lunch. Like,
if he hadn't showed up, she would pay for her own shit.
That's what I'm saying, right? Exactly. So he was never even invited to the lunch anyway. So you were gonna figure out a way to pay to get
me pay for your food, then we all going to my house. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying, if you want it, but see, that's what I'm saying. Though. But see, think about that, though, Raz. This is double standard, though. You want the treatment as if you my girl.
Exactly.
So when I say, oh, okay, we finna go smack cheeks. You my girl now. Let's go. They go pay. They go work this meal off, and you like, yeah, I ain't paying something for that. I need 2025, baby, for you to get this tape.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say a millennial way of thinking, but maybe like a new age way of.
I can't say that, bro. Cause it's a lot of old heads like saying the same type of stuff. I seen the video. Dude was like, my wife ain't never paid not now bill, and she ain't never lifted no finger. She ain't never went to work. I'm like, oh, God bless. Right. I bet you stressed. God bless. I hope you got your life insurance, my nigga.
I guess it kind of goes back to like personal preference. Like for me, I know I would not be happy in my relationship knowing that he's doing every single thing. Like I just feel like I need to be useful in some way. Like I want to feel like I can take care of myself, you know.
Like you said, it's a balance. I want to contribute to something.
Right, yeah. Like, and I think that's like Dwayne said, like, you know, balance each other out. I forgot what you said, Dwayne, the word you used. I don't know if it was compatible but like, yeah, like we both contribute. And I don't think there's anything wrong with us both contributing in some way, you know, but you do what works for you. What works for one couple might not work for another couple.
For everybody. So. Yeah, I say it all the time. I say it all the time. There's so many spare arrows in this. Lord have mercy.
Lord, Rakim Allah, I thought you was better than that, man.
Right.
You know.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all hit with the last topic.
Oh yeah. So the last one, it's in the same vein of what we just discussed, but it's slightly different. This one was a reel, so I'm gonna play it for you on Instagram, and then you guys can share your thoughts. I'm gonna share the screen. And then when we get ready to wrap, I'm going to let Amari come say hello to y'all because I don't think most of y'all have ever actually seen him.
No, that's in the dark.
Well, he had it behind one of his many personas.
Yes.
Got here. All right. Here we go. Oh, hold on.
Because a lot of women think that because they fucking a nigga, that a nigga's supposed to cater to them, and a nigga's supposed to be able to come through and pay some of these motherfucking bills because this pussy is just that good. Don't you think he think his dick is just as good as your pussy? Can he call you and ask you, he need a couple $2 to go towards his mortgage? See, he wouldn't be able to do that because at that point he'd be an ain't shit ass nigga. See, you want him to take his hard-earned money and buy some $400 bottles for you because you think your pussy is just that good, but you can't even give him $45 to go towards a haircut. Call me back. Can you imagine what the world would be like if men start to keep the same energy as women with good pussy? Because a lot of women think that because they fucking a nigga, that a nigga's supposed to cater to them, and a nigga's supposed to be able to come through and pay some of these motherfucking bills because this pussy is just that good. Don't you think he think his dick is just as good as your pussy? Can he call you and ask you, he need a couple $2 to go towards his mortgage? See, he wouldn't be able to do that because at that point he'd be an ain't shit ass nigga. See, you want him to take his hard-earned money and buy some $400 bottles for you because you think your pussy is just that good, but you can't even give him $45 to go towards a haircut. Call me back.
Yeah.
Well, what's her number so I can call her back?
All right, I want to play it twice so y'all can hear the whole thing.
He's back. There you go.
So like I said, that was similar to what we talked about, but slightly different. My biggest thing was who is out here determining how good your vagina or your penis is, because what's good to one ain't good to another. So I don't even know how you can have expectations of people based on you feeling like your shit is A1. Because just because Tom thought it was great, don't mean Joe gonna think it's great. But this is my personal opinion.
What? With my brother DMX, if you got to listen names, like it was Keisha, Felicia,
or even better, what these bitches want from a nigga.
There you go. There you go. In the great words of DMX, what these bitches want from a nigga.
But I will say though, I think a lot of women. So I think culture right now is kind of based on women feeling like they should be valued based on their looks and I guess, their vagina. But also now, if we take it back old school, I've heard older women say, and I've heard younger women say they've been told that you should never be broke because you have a vagina. So it is something I feel like is kind of ingrained in women that there is value in your womanly parts.
In the pussy.
Yes, I don't like saying that word, but there is value in your womanly parts, and therefore people are literally putting a value on it.
Okay, P, I'm gonna have to chime in because again, I have some conflicting thoughts about this. Like women, we gotta make up our mind which way we want it. We either want to be respected and valued, or we gonna sell our pussy. Like it's one or the other. You can't have it both damn ways.
You can't have it both.
Like you can't have it both ways.
Now wait, you can't be respected and you selling vagina now?
No.
Sex workers still deserve respect.
Listen, everybody deserves respect, but come on now. As a society, women who work in that side of the business or entertainment, whatever, they're not highly respected. But it's just like, if you are gonna use your womanly parts to get things and you feel entitled to stuff, but then on the other hand, women are protected, we aren't valued. I guess we not valued because your pussy on display every fucking way. Like, what? How do you make it make sense? Like, to me, it does not make sense. I think women, sometimes we send conflicting messages, but we get upset when the message is not received. It can't be received because you're saying two different things. It's one or the other.
It's like talking about both ends of your ass. Be
both. Would you say?
Is it like talking out of both ends of your ass?
Exactly.
Well, you only have one end, but I got you. It's your neck and your ass. But anyway, now I have to push back on that a bit, just a little bit. But you can't see me, a little bit, because we have men out here that flaunt themselves and their bodies and they're fucking anything that moves. And we don't feel like that automatically equates to them not deserving respect because they're doing that.
Well,
I mean, you just like, who's the singer dude that was just spitting in the girl's mouth?
Trey Songz.
You got Trey Songz out here. Go ahead.
I don't feel like I respect him because of how he carries himself. I don't respect a dude who's out here whose dick is for the streets. If your dick for the streets, I don't respect you. I'm sorry, I don't. Same thing for a woman. I mean, if you're pussy for the streets, then how do you ask for respect in your pussy or your dick for the streets? I don't get it.
So that should be what
if that's what you choose to do, I'm not knocking it at all. But I won't respect you to the same level I might respect someone else, because in a sense, you don't respect yourself if you're carrying yourself like that.
So that should be what the conversation is that if you are out here for the streets, then you are devaluing yourself. But then I have to push back on that too, because I am a firm believer that you can hoe all you want to, just be safe about it. I also don't feel like we should police people's sexuality. I just don't think that's fair. I think we are sexual beings. And so if you want to be out here sticking and moving or getting stuck, that is your preference.
Not stuck.
I'm definitely not policing their sexuality, their kinks, what they want to do. That's definitely not it. And I agree with you. If you're going to be for the streets, do whatever. Again, do what makes you happy. We got one life to live. You got to live with yourself, not me. So do what makes you happy. But if you're looking for me to respect you, if you're looking for some sort of validation I'm not. I don't care who you are. You for the streets, that you be for the streets. But don't come over here. If you for the streets and you're trying to show some interest in me, let me know ahead of time that you for the streets so I can make my own decision. Don't come with like falsehoods and stuff like that. But I think I'm kind of getting off topic about what we were talking about.
Yeah, we did.
I kind of lost my train of thought. But
it's the streets.
If you're for the streets, just be for the streets, and that's totally fine. But be safe about it, and be upfront, but expecting you're gonna get some backlash.
So if she was for the streets, do you feel like she's no longer wife material?
I think it all depends on who you're talking to.
No, I'm not saying she's no longer wife material. But I'm just saying you can't.
Well, you say she's not deserving of respect, or she's deserving of a lower level of respect.
So I don't think she's saying for her.
Yeah.
So she's not speaking for every. So like I said,
But
everything is different for everybody.
Yeah, my
so some people
viewpoint
might see
of
a street walking and be like, do your thing, girl. Other people might see a street walking and be like, God bless that child. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's like my personal, which
exactly.
my opinion don't mean shit. I mean, it's just an opinion. Everybody got an opinion like an asshole, but it's just like I don't see how you can ask for or command respect if you're not, in a sense, respecting yourself. But I do think everyone deserves respect because that's just the right thing to do. Like, how do you automatically just disrespect someone and not show respect if you have no idea who they are or,
Gotcha. Okay. But back to the original topic, though, I would say that I think your good body parts aside, because again, I think that varies from person to person. Just like what one person considers beautiful, another person doesn't. What you consider good vagina or good penis, another person doesn't. So that part aside, I definitely feel like I just feel like things should just be reciprocated. When you were dating, if he can take you out on a date and pay for it, you can take him out on a date and pay for it. If he can pay for your hair, you can pay for his hair. I just feel like it should be
complimentary, man.
Yeah, it should be a reciprocal relationship.
Yeah. Once you compliment the other, and if you find yourself in a situation where the other one isn't complimentary to you, then you can make a choice from that point forward. Either you gonna not fuck with them, or you like that shit and you keep going with them.
Right.
But I will also say too, what could fuck you up in that is
well, you ain't for no goddamn shit.
What could fuck you up in that is the expectation, though. Now, if I am a person where I am a giver, I'm a whiner and diner, and I want to do those things for you, I don't necessarily think it's automatic that you should assume that the other person's going to do it for you too, because that just might not be the way that they operate. So I think maybe the expectations can get you fucked up.
So, all right, so let's put this in perspective, right? So if you're in a relationship with somebody, then like I said, you guys are in a relationship, in an entanglement for multiple years. It's not like a couple of weeks, whatever. And the whole time you've been in this entanglement, let's just say for the last 5 years, the male has busted his ass, worked, did everything he had to do, and make sure that you good. Make sure everything's straight. He paid, the boat, everything bill-wise. Let's say you might pay the cable bill, internet bill. You get what I'm saying? Or a cell phone bill, right? Some, they ain't, mandatory to be paid. So, luxury type shit, right?
A cell phone is a luxury these days?
Yeah, and warehouse workers, shit, you talk to in the dungeon. But yeah, so, and if this person is now laid off or, go through some hardship, now, and they're looking at you and you're like, I don't know what you're going to do, then you for the streets. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, because I think that, I said for me, because it should be a partnership. It should be complimentary. Right. Okay, if I'm down, you help, pick it up until I get back what we need to get. Then, I continue to do what I've been doing before. Because the person that do that, they're not going to be settled. They're not going to settle with not doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're used to doing it. So that's something ingrained into them. But if they used to doing it, they down, they see that you're not helping out or, trying to help pick the pieces up at all. When they get back right, I'm not fucking with you no more. I'm straight.
But I don't think that makes her for the streets, though. She's just saying for you.
No, well, that's why I said for the streets, because I'm kicking you out to the street. You for the street.
Gotcha.
It's like trash on the curb.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, though. If you've been holding somebody down all that time and then you hit a hard patch and they can't hold you down, then yeah, that's not your person. I hate that you spent that long holding them down.
Facts. I want my money back.
I think I kind of mentioned that with the other topic about like the man paying for everything, like the house and the lease and all that stuff. Like you just said, DeAndre, what happens if that's no longer there? Like financially, he can't do that. Anything can happen. He gets sick, get in a car accident, lose his job. Who knows? Life happens. So then what happens when he can no longer maintain that lifestyle that you're leading? What? Y'all break up? Like, is he now a no good man because he can't afford to pay
once
for
again, she's for the streets?
Right. So it's like, what? I don't know this narrative that's now in play when it comes to men and women. Like, we're on separate pages about everything. Like
I
a
thought we
real
all fucking
man versus
together.
a real woman, good dick versus good pussy. Like what are we talking about? Like
That's why we need to have the dating episode because it sounds like it's trash out here.
oh yeah. It's got a 0 out of 10. I don't recommend it.
You have any opinions, Dwayne?
Dwayne, like, I thought this was over.
No.
Dwayne, like, man, I'm godly. Like, I don't deal with these streetwalkers.
Not anymore.
You said what?
Not anymore.
I think we make things more difficult than what they really are. I think.
Be careful, these streetwalkers got COVID. Now you gotta leave them fuck alone. They get fucked up out here.
So let me ask you this. So as a man, so this is strictly for D'Angelo and Dwayne. So as a man, and it's probably more so for Dwayne, D'Angelo dated him a long time. If you are just a kind person and you do for the woman that you're dealing with, whatever that looks like, how do you determine if she's a gold digger or if she's somebody that only wants to be supported? Because this is something that you're naturally doing. So how do you make that determination? Do you just stop doing it as a test to see how she responds?
Just be observant to know how your interactions are. That's about the only thing I can say. That's it.
So the piggyback on what you're saying, Dwayne, about being observant, right? So, like he said, if this individual calls you, let's say 3 times out of the day, and call you out of them 3 times, 2 of them they asking for something, you might want to reevaluate y'all, type of relationship. If this individual disappears for a extended period of time, then come back, ask you for some shit, you might want to, because at the end of the day, you can only hide who you are for so long, and your natural, what you there for it takes over, and you're gonna naturally regress, naturally go to that point, and you're gonna, and you'll start seeing it. If I call you or if she calls you and talk good to you, you know what I'm saying? Then and they talk good to you, it's like, man, my light bill, bitch. What? Okay, you get what I'm saying? So, like you said, you have to be observant, and you gotta check her before and after pictures, driver license, and birth certificate. Make sure it's a woman.
That has nothing
100%.
to do with what we're talking
I'm saying,
about.
I mean,
you basically saying like DMX was saying in the drink champs thing. If you're a thief, believe him. Believe that he's gonna steal from you. If the snake, believe that he's gonna bite you.
Yeah. But that's who they are.
I like
that's
DMX now.
That's who they
Bring
are.
it back your ex, man.
Hey man, it's gonna give it to you.
That's right.
But yes.
Speaking of ex, I actually have a DMX
tattoo.
Yeah.
You do for real?
I have a DMX one of his lines tattooed on me.
Oh,
I thought you had a tramp stamp. DMX.
Really, DMX?
No, I'm not like the game. The gang got all the people tatted on them. No, not like that. For the soundtrack of Belly, it was a song with him, Nas, and Method Man. It's called Grand Finale, and the chorus, DMX is singing the chorus. He said, "When you a dog for life." So I got that tatted on me.
Oh, it's such an interesting choice.
Right on.
Well, it's actually a rest in peace tattoo.
Okay.
It's part of a bigger tattoo, but it's mostly a rest in peace line. But it's kind of symbolizes us. When you're a dog for life, ride or die. My dog still gave you love, see eye to eye. Give him one shot at life. Let him blast. Come on, niggas, we dogs for life.
Oh, okay. See, that's why you can't take stuff in little snippets. And take it out of context.
You guys like dog is in
what? Yes.
Around with all these dogs.
That was my next question. So your man's was a dog?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
was it a pit bull? Was it a rottweiler?
He was an actual dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you feel me?
Boomer.
Like, was it Chihuahua, nigga? What happened?
Yeah.
He get ran the fuck off. But anyway,
But that line just kind of spoke
Just
to me for my
resonated with
rest
you.
in peace tattoo. So, you know,
yeah.
and
I
it
got-
makes sense because we were both big DMX fans. So,
Awesome.
But you know, you're a tattoo guy though. And Rasmus, you got tattoos too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I only got one tat. I got the Colonel's 11 sticker herbs and spices tat on my.
Really? He has no tattoos.
I have none.
they won't let you live with that, man.
What'd you say?
They won't let you live with that.
I know, right?
You
Kill
get
that
slow.
nigga.
Yeah.
This is my granddaddy recipe.
Yeah. Slaves cook that chicken.
Thieving ass white man.
And he reneged on the one tattoo we were supposed to get
What tattoo was that?
on our ring fingers.
Because it's bone right there, bro.
Whatever, nigga.
It wouldn't hurt, D'Angelo. It's not gonna hurt. It's a little tattoo.
No. They hurt. They hurt. Coming from somebody that don't like hey, them shits hurt.
Hey,
But
y'all should see her in the chair, my nigga.
you
She
could've
was on
handled it.
12. That nigga was like, what the Jesus? Yeah, he's like, look up. You be out there with the bullshit. This is little ass small tattoo on your goddamn wrist. You want it now? I do want it. I want it so bad.
Whatever.
The thing with that ring tattoo, man, yeah, that's cool and all, but what if you get divorced? Like, you could take a real ring off.
Anything on
what's
your
crazy
hand is
about
gonna fade.
Yeah, that's actually what
Especially
my
me.
tattoo guy told me because I wanted to get a tattoo on my finger, like outside of our tattoos. And he was like, he doesn't ever recommend tattoos on your hand because they fade really quickly.
Yep, they do.
But you know, Dwayne, Pietra's type individual, she tells me all the time, if we were to separate or get divorced, that the next person should know that we're going to be linked forever. And I tell her all the time it's not fair because most likely she's going to be able to fight.
I didn't say it was fair. I don't care.
Because she's like, what if I call you and I need my tire changed because my tire blew? I'm like,
only
nigga,
link
you
that you have forever
AAA.
if you have children together. If you don't have any children together,
Yeah, P, that
And she gonna get the
divorce
dog.
is the separating link.
He gonna be pulling up. He gonna be ready on site. She gonna be.
Yes, it's like for no reason though.
Cause he might not be my husband anymore, but he's still my best friend. So he still has best friend responsibilities. So yes, he gonna come change my tire. But
his new wife ain't gonna be hearing all that. His new girlfriend. She ain't
Thank
gonna
you,
hear all that.
thank you, Raz. I told her that.
Yeah.
I told her that.
Why you wouldn't respect their relationship?
Man, fuck
You know what I
her.
mean?
But anyway,
That's why, Dwayne. She has no respect for the person.
But
Right,
Dwayne,
well.
I do want to answer your question though when you said about what if we get divorced. So I thought about that because originally, of course, my first thought was I would get a D and he would get a P. But then I said that we would get puzzle pieces and like it would be two puzzle pieces that actually fit together. So therefore, if you get divorced, you tell her whatever story you want to tell her. My name ain't on you nowhere. It's just a puzzle piece. You tell her you're autistic because you know the autism sign is puzzle piece. So you tell her you're autistic.
Well, yeah, that's fine if you're getting that, but like I'm saying, if you get a tattooed ring, you know what I'm saying, that's not going.
No, it wasn't gonna be a ring. It was never gonna be a ring.
Well, no, but that's what I was just saying in general. Like people, you know, always get the tattoo ring. I was like, so what if something happened? Like, you know, a real ring, you get divorced or you just take it off and pawn it.
You just take it off.
Yeah.
I guess you gotta go get your finger removed.
Really?
Yeah, or get another or get a tattoo like covering it, but
covering it, yeah.
Keep it right like this right here. Hey man, this was an awesome show. I think the playback is gonna be wonderful for this. So let's go into the black business, wonderful people.
You want me to do it?
Let me see. I think we did. Here, let me try so I can do. Boom, boom, boom. Is it sound this? No, it's not sound. All right. So here we go. This is the black business. African, well, this is one of the items. It's African exfoliating net. This is how you use it net.
Oh, there is audio.
Damn.
What's the name of the business?
I might get you.
Oh wow, she in the shower.
That's on TikTok. Might need to get on TikTok.
No, I know porn on TikTok. All right, I think it repeated itself.
You guys stop sharing. Oh no, you don't know.
Yeah. So here go the business right here, y'all.
So CC's Closet NYC.
Yes. So this is CC Closet. As you go to some stuff she got, as you can see.
These are their gorgeous head wraps.
Love them head wraps. Raz, know you love them head wraps, sister.
Those are pretty. I like that fabric.
Yeah. Let's see. This is different colors of that same rag.
These are the exfoliating nets. Don't call them rags.
I'm sorry, the nets. They go to
these are their bonnet.
Bonnet.
And then this is the one we saw, the top 5 reasons to use the exfoliating net. If you want to be out here all smooth and silky like a baby's bottom, make sure you exfoliate good.
Everybody know it help you with your silky back. Let's see. This is what's this?
That was for the NYC pop-up.
Okay.
Her commercial.
Okay. That's her commercial, y'all. But as y'all can see, like I said, okay, she has what is this?
This is a caftan.
Okay, a caftan.
It's like
a house coat.
It's like
a house dress.
Yeah. You can make them go outside with it.
You want to go to her website?
Yes, I'm going to go to her website, y'all.
I think she actually has a storefront.
You don't say.
Let's see.
Yeah, because she got hours. She's open from 9 to 5.
It says it was a pop-up, so I don't know if it's her store.
So it might be she might move around.
Well, I'm saying she got hours. She got 9 to 5 hours every day, except for Sunday. So
gotcha. Let's see.
And she has staff, so I'm assuming it might not be a pop-up.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go. NYC, she got a pop-up. Oh, 10% off if you subscribe. So
scroll down, see if there's an address.
No address.
No, go to About Us. Scroll down.
I'm assuming one needs a CC. Maybe both of them. I don't know. That's it.
I don't know. I don't see an address.
Yeah, so I don't see address, but like I said, I see hours and in-store shopping. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. Well, if you're not in the NYC, here go her online collections. Boom. Got the bath bombs.
Mother's Day is coming up. You can treat your mother or the mothers in your life to
Raz, I know you fuck with the bath bombs heavy. There you go.
No, I don't. I'm a shower kind of person. I'm not a bath person.
If they had a shower bomb, I'll be with it.
Yes, they need to do that. Someone needs to do a shower bomb.
Yeah, some usually hook onto your shower head and just let it come out in different colors. Oh, nigga. And smelling good? Oh. I'll be different color every day. Let's see. But yes.
Yeah, so you guys visit, what is it? CC's Closet NYC.com and support this Black business. Follow them on Instagram. Follow their TikTok. They seem to be very active over there.
Hey man, TikTok where the money resides.
She's on all. It seems like she's on all social media platforms, Facebook also, and got Amazon.
Gotta love that Amazon.
On Amazon too. So
Amazon are slave drivers.
So you're right. So she's on Amazon, Facebook, like you said, TikTok, Instagram,
Hulu,
so,
all that.
Yeah. So definitely get it, CC. Those bath bombs look pretty good.
So and
the exfoliating, and the exfoliating cloth.
Yeah. So you gonna get your bath bomb set in the cloth?
I'm not, because I'm kind of a
who used to take baths?
Yeah, I don't take baths. I take straight showers, man.
Hey, bro,
a guy, man.
Hey, man,
I'm a girly guy. I'm not red blonde in the tub, you know.
The only man, a young man I know take baths still is Mari.
On that note, Mari, you want to come over and say hello?
See how I said wait to your funny looking stuff? Come on.
Oh no, you're exposing the troll. You can't do that.
You gonna milk.
There he is. Hey, Mari.
Nigga, stop talking like that. Okay. Use your real voice.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you in person.
like the state, like the Allstate guy.
Hello. The last right here. But yeah, there's y'all weekly troll, Mr.
Rakim. He's Rakim for tonight.
Yeah, he's Rakim today.
Yeah. We're gonna have him talk to a psychiatrist too and figure out who the fuck he really is.
I'll Bobby Brown for real.
Ain't no damn Bobby Brown. Anyway, it was an awesome show. A lot of great points. A lot of great energy. Once again, Rasmus, I definitely can't go without saying. I thoroughly appreciate you holding it down. I appreciate you rocking with us. And I'll say this: if you ever want to co-host, let us know.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Right now, that's open.
Okay,
like
yes.
Okay,
because we pay for this every month, so we can put a lot of people on here. I'm just saying. But yes.
But keep in mind, this the only thing that's paid. Like you're not paid.
No hashtag.
I try, no real talk. I try to get some sponsors. They listen to 2 episodes. They're like, oh no, just don't go with our brand. I'm like,
for real.
I'm like, y'all UFC. Fuck. No, I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah, the LGBT LMA community don't really rock with us like that. So.
I love all the letters of the alphabet. Ain't that right, Dwayne? Don't you love the letters of the alphabet?
Y'all are terrible. Your
screen froze.
Say goodnight.
You know what? He's saying yes, y'all, but y'all can't see his screen froze.
Yeah, my screen froze. I'm sorry. What was the question again? Oh, that's all the time we have today? Okay. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Don't forget, come out tomorrow, 6:00 for
Wine
design. And we're gonna try our best to be on time. I know we have an outing tomorrow. We're going to ride Elmer Safari.
I did.
To listen to a bunch of kids hoop and holler and probably poop themselves. Dwayne, have you ever been to Elmer Safari in Georgia?
I have not.
Oh, my brother.
So is this like where you can feed the animals? Like they'll stick their head in your car and.
Mm-hmm.
Rad, let me show you a video.
So you gonna say my brother, but you ain't gonna invite him?
Oh, Dwayne, you can come if you want.
No, because I'll be at work.
Oh yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. Ain't it? Yeah. Sucks to be you tomorrow.
So what? So y'all are doing your wine and design from the safari?
No.
We're just saying we go into the safari in the morning, and hopefully, because it's in was near Columbus, it's in Pine Mountain. So hopefully we get back in time. But if not, we might be a smidge late. Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So early.
Yeah. I want to show y'all a video real quick. I want Raz to see what I'm talking about. Hold on, Raz.
I see probably go to YouTube for a video.
You think so?
Is a video on their website?
I thought it was.
Hold on, I can pull one up for you.
Yeah, I've seen videos. I'm sure not this particular safari, but like where people had animals in their car.
That's not a
video, but you get the visual of what's going down.
Okay, baby.
I guess you're right, like a video card.
Mm-hmm. Here, we'll show this quick clip right here.
Are you gonna put it up to the camera?
Yes, I'm just gonna hold it up.
That's on professional. I got you.
Whatever.
Yeah, clean camera phone off.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, hold it. So you see it.
Look at his horns, Clay. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Look at this big old guy.
See?
Wow, he is huge. Hold on, buddy.
You're at face.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be punching them animals. Is anybody out there regular? I'd be like,
do y'all see? Do y'all see how the head coming through? So that's one. So you can rent.
Yeah. So you just gonna hop out on the boom.
So is anybody like regulating it? Like is somebody out there like looking at you and stuff?
No.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be a little evil. I'll be punching them.
Why?
Because it'd be funny.
Like,
Just keep punching in the face and stuff.
Why?
Like the little evil kid in me. You know the little evil kid that like had a little magnifying glass, had a little G.I. Joes and like burning them in the sun. That little evil kid will come out of me, or, like burning little cats and stuff. Like,
Dwayne's like, oh, you want it? Suck them.
Yeah, just keep punching them and stuff, and see if they're gonna keep coming in the car.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
bro.
gosh.
It sound
Lord.
giraffe.
You go giraffe.
I want to go now. Yeah, I punched the shit out of that giraffe. Right in the nose.
Okay, so now,
Y'all don't think that'd be funny?
this nigga said,
yo, Peter's gonna lock me up. Yo, Peter gonna get a hold of this, and I better lawyer up.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
It'd be funny though, man. It'd be funny. I record it.
What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
Y'all, you don't think it'd be funny?
Fuck
See,
no.
I'm
gonna tell you. I'm gonna
yo,
tell you.
I'm not like one. I'm not like the internet. You know what I'm saying? Where people they'll say the right thing on the internet, but behind closed doors they talking shit. Yeah, nah.
So, I
really want to punch the animals. Like, I love animals. Don't get me wrong, I love animals. I just think it'd be funny. I love animals. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it'd be funny. You know, come in there and you just like sock it. You know, like get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So let me say this.
Y'all will lose subscribers.
Let me say this, right? So with the safari shit, you got two choices. You can drive your own vehicle through it, or you can rent one of their vehicles.
You can also ride the bus.
I'm sorry, 3. Yeah, you can ride the school bus. When you rent their vehicles, it's between a minivan and a 15-passenger van, right? So those vans that you saw, they have bars on them. So there's no windows. Their bars going across the open space. So that's how you feed animals. They face and stuff, get in there, you feed them. It's like Dwayne said, it give you the opportunity to rock and sock them, right? So this the thing though, D. This the thing though. These animals are so used to this treatment. Let me tell you, guy. Me and P went to this place plenty of times. They have Texas Longhorns. They have big like backwater buffaloes. They know that what they're doing. Nigga, the buffaloes will come and block the road. The rest of them niggas will hit you on each side, like, bro, where the food at? Type, like, I ain't trying to jump you, my nigga. You be saying like, hey, what the fuck? And then you like, man, get away, buffalo. He just like, y'all done yet? I swear how it is, bro. Like, nigga, they have ostriches running around, and I think it's called Ewok or something like that. Emu.
Oh,
so like ostrich, right?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Ewok, right? And so they tell you, don't feed them directly like you do the other ones.
Yeah, you throw there
because they can't tell your finger from the food, and they got nets, so they nets can come right into that motherfucker, and they'll bite your finger, bite the motherfucker off. I ain't never heard about getting bit off, but that's what they tell you. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You saw one of them, they come for your ass, boy. They gonna drive off on them. This to them, the drive like damn near like 45 minutes to an hour through that part of the park. They gonna catch you down the road, my nigga. They told. These niggas ain't slow. They know, bro. First time I seen them do this shit, and it was so strategic. Like it was kind of clear. You saw like some little, like some little baby deers and some little like warthogs. You like, oh, where everybody at? All of a sudden, this big nigga just, oh shit, can't get through. And then all of a sudden, they just came out of nowhere. They're like, and they like, tons all out the. And you sock one of them, they gonna catch you down the road, fuck you up.
It'd be a lot of roadkill out there. Because I'm renting their vehicles because I'm not getting get it all up.
Hey, bro,
they want to headbutt my shit.
You get in that minivan, you realize that nigga, if you headbutt that minivan, that bitch gonna fall apart. You hit with a big ass nigga with that minivan, you in trouble.
Hey, well, it's their shit, not mine. But
oh man, but yeah. So Dwayne,
I definitely want to.
Don't worry about my invitation.
Yeah, I definitely want to go.
No, you cool. You
said you I'm going by myself.
You should. You should.
I was
gonna oh, he is.
Sure.
They gonna catch you.
They was attacking me. I was like, I tried to get food and they attacked me. So it's like, you seen the stories late night when animals attack. Like, yeah.
I'm
not white.
I feel like you're gonna be like type nigga to open the door and be like, hey, kiss my ass. They gonna rush you and fuck you up. You gonna be like the nigga who jumped inside the damn cage with he jumped in the cage to get a picture with something.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that?
Yeah, I saw it. I think
Yeah,
was it an
yeah,
elephant or something like that?
Yeah,
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 baby with him.
yeah. That nigga finna fuck him up. He says, "My son," and nigga like, oh shit, that nigga finna fuck that nigga up. Oh,
Hey, well, just when y'all go, man, just punch one of them.
No.
Just do it one time. Just do it one time. Just do it one time, like when that little ostrich coming in. Just punch it, man. Just once. You gotta do it to all of them. Just do it one time.
No.
We're going with our nieces.
Just slap it or something.
And our sisters and brothers and parents. So we can't be hitting no animals. Now we just
And D'Angelo and I actually enjoy animals, so don't you dare say we would do it if they wasn't going.
If it was just me and P,
we wouldn't do it.
I'll get you a video. But it ain't just me and P, bro. I'll text you.
Like I said, I love animals, but I just want to do it because I love it, but it just seems like it'd be funny.
It's like roadkill.
I just want to just slap it. Like, just slap the shit out of it. You know, just like it'd be funny.
Rap this up,
it's funny to niggas say, charge your ass. But hey, man, to each his own. Like I said, so y'all wish us luck tomorrow. We gotta get up early, so we're gonna go ahead and end this, and y'all have a wonderful, safe evening, rest of your night. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Great show, guys.
Yes, peace, and everybody.
All right, love y'all. Good night.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Deuces.